Okay, so good day everyone. So we shall be discussing another topic for our subject, professional development and applied ethics. So our title for today would be Introduction to Professional Development. So in this discussion, you'll be able to tackle and know why is it important for you to improve yourselves or develop yourselves in terms of personal and professional levels. Okay, so let us see the first our learning outcomes for today's discussion. So, in this topic, we will able to explore different aspects of professional development, how it can benefit you and your career, and ways to get started. So, after we finish discussing, we'll be able to have an overview of what is professional development, determine the importance of training, and enumerate important skills needed as a future hospitality and tourism personality. Okay, now let's see our first slide for our discussion. So, what is personal and professional development? So, as we all know, the hospitality and tourism industry uses a diverse workforce, meaning to say, we may be working in one hotel establishment, but we have different types of jobs to do. So, we are expected to be able to adapt, and we are able to, we are expected to be able to do the tasks that are given to us. So, for example, we have a valet, we have a cleaning personnel, we have a restaurant server, or whoever that is comprising the hospitality or the hotel itself. So, we have different qualities that give us the ability, as I have mentioned earlier, the ability for us to be able to address whatever task is being expected from us. Yet, the entire workforce is a reflection of hotel's hospitality culture, which is why everyone needs to be trained from top to bottom on certain specific values and standards. So, what does it mean? So, meaning to say that aside from being in school, aside from knowing, learning from school, we should be able to develop ourselves. Okay, so let's move. Okay, so now let's see what is the difference between, or let us see the different terms that comprise your subject. Professional development, personality is included in that, as I have said, and then applied ethics. Okay, so personality development is a development of the organized pattern of behaviors and attitudes that makes a person distinctive, meaning to say, each one of us has a very unique and distinct personality. So I may be different from any among of you, any one of you. So you may be different from your classmates, you may be different from your friends, even in your family, you are a distinct and different personality from your family members. So this occurs by ongoing interaction of temperament. So whatever we are feeling, our moods at the moment, our character, which has been influenced by how we were brought up by our parents, which is our first school, our first teacher, our first form of education. And this is being in us as we grow older. And then most especially the environment. So this has a very big impact and influence on us as we grow. So the environment is very influential on how we are being brought up as well. So, professional development, on the other hand, is engaging in professional development as a way to improve your skills, knowledge, and techniques relating to your professional career. So, what does it mean? So, it only means to say that, sabi ko nga, as I have mentioned, it is not only education that is important. It doesn't matter how high you have how you have garnered in your school, whatever grade that you have achieved or attained. What is important is that you were able to develop yourself in order for you to be able to cope up in the realities of the world, which is your future job after you graduate. So, very important sa atin yung professional certifications. So, what are these professional certifications? So, after we graduate or after you graduate, it is a must that you'll be able to attend or join mga trainings, mga certifications wherein you're going to learn too much on that in order for you to improve whatever you've got. Okay? And then applied ethics, on the other hand, also called as practical ethics, is the application of ethics to real-world problems. So practical ethics attempts to answer the question of how people should act in specific situations. So I know that you have had your ethics subject already during your first year. And as we all know, the definition of ethics in simple layman's term is a distinction between the wrong and the bad. Oh, no, no, the wrong and the good, no, the good and the bad, the wrong and the right. Oh, that's it. So meaning to say, able or the ability to distinguish whatever good should be done and should be avoided naman, on the other hand, are the negative things or the bad things that will be resulting to negative implications. So let's have an example. Is it morally permissible for a food server to sneak food and prepare a drink for himself or herself? So, which only means that if you are working already in the hospitality, let's say you are in the kitchen, is it okay if you prepare a food for you, sneaking, uh, when nobody's around, and then you're going to prepare something and then grab a bite? So that is not proper. That is not permissible morally, as we all know. Okay? And then let us see. Now let's go to the next slide. So personality, its definition and what is it? So it is who we are. Our personalities determine how we act and react, as well as how we interact and respond to the world. So this is it. To tayo. So this is what we have become as we have grown older. Sabi ko nga kanina, as I've mentioned, personality of a person is a very distinct characteristic from other personalities. Example, I am your professor standing in front of you, and you are all 40 in the class. So all of you, 40 people inside, and me as well, have different personalities from each other. So basically, as I have mentioned, our personality depends on how we were brought up by our parents. So how we were taught is a distinct characteristic of what we are already since childhood until the day today, until you have grown. Okay, so this is also a Latin word, persona. No, this was derived from this term, which means mask, meaning to say mask. There is no one that can influence you, so there is a covering. It is your own deed, it is your own idea of how you are going to be yourself. Okay, so the relatively stable feelings, thoughts, and behavioral patterns a person has. So most of the time, once personality changes, no, so it can be developed, but then most personality traits are been inborn in us. So it has been us already. So there are manners, there are traits that we have been doing since we were small, so since we were young, that we have been imbibed until this time. So this is our personality. Okay? So let's move. Now let's go to the big five personality traits. So the five factor model of personality. So what are these? So this can be known as the acronym OCEAN, OCEAN, or CANOE, CANOE. So these are psychological model that describe five broad dimensions of personality. Paano tayo nakakilala as a person? So how are we being judged through our personality? So these are conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness to experience, and extraversion. Sorry. So let us see, no? So let us discuss each one by one. Okay? So conscientiousness is described as a person's ability to regulate impulse control to engage in goal-directed behaviors. So this is taken from Grohol in 2019. So it simply means to say that conscientiousness is our ability to control ourselves. So when we talk about impulse, the urge, your urge at the moment. So whatever you are think you are going to do at the very moment. So there are instances wherein very impulsive tayo. There are people who have um, less temper o yung madali silang magalit. May mga instances wherein, just like for example, if you are driving in the highway and then there is this another car beside you and then nagkagit-gitan and then it will be cutting you on the road, lalabas, dala yung barel and then in that just an instant, 'di ba? Bang. So that is impulsive. So this is our ability to control whatever we are feeling. Okay? So it measures elements such as control, inhibition, and persistence of behavior. So they say that if you have a high conscientiousness, so basically you are systematic, organized, you are flexible, careful, responsible, and self-disciplined. But on the other hand, if you have low conscientiousness, this will lead you, okay, to be careless, disorganized, and irresponsible. So meaning to say, this will be indicators of how you are going to be as a person. Okay, so let us see. Conscientiousness is the one personality trait that uniformly predicts how high a person's performance will be across a variety of occupations and jobs. So, meaning to say, if you have a high conscientiousness, you'll be able to adapt in a situation, most especially in the workplace. So, whatever task is being given to you, you can do it because you are conscientious. Okay? And then in addition to their high performance, conscientious people have higher levels of motivations to perform, lower levels of turnover, lower levels of absenteeism, and higher levels of safety performance at work. Meaning to say, you know how to adapt and adjust yourself in situations inside the work establishment. For example, your level of motivation to perform. So it is not always true, no? Kamukha nung as we all know in the coffee commercial, kanino ka bumabangon? Para kanino ka bumabangon sa umaga, 'di ba? So it is your motivation. It can be that you are being motivated because of a particular person, but most of the time this is your motivation by yourself. So what should I do in order for me to be able to do my job better? So that's your motivation. Siyempre, if you are motivated as well, no, gagawin mo yung lahat, you're going to do whatever expected from you from work, so you're going to work every day. You're not going to absent yourself, leave from your work or whatsoever, so you're going to perform well at your establishment. Okay? Now let's see another trait. So this is another personality trait, agreeableness. So agreeableness refers to how people tend to treat relationships with others. So meaning to say, this is a characteristic or a trait wherein people see you as somebody agreeable, 'di ba? Para bang kapani-paniwala ka or somebody who is credible on something. So unlike extroversion, which is consists of the pursuit of relationship, agreeableness focuses on people's orientation in interactions with others. So, tingnan natin what is the difference between being agreeable or disagreeable. Ito yung instances wherein people see you as somebody who they can believe in, 'di ba? They can rely in. While on the other hand, if you are disagreeable, hindi ka kapani-paniwala. Okay? So, let us see. So, if you are an agreeable person, you are cooperative. Okay? So, you are compassionate and you are harmonious. So, you have these traits, no, that makes you a possible effective personnel in a workplace. And then, if you are disagreeable on the other hand, argumentative ka naman, palaaway. Bakit? Kasi syempre if people don't see you as somebody who is not credible or agreeable at work, edi mayat maya lagi ka na lang may kaaway. Mayat maya lagi na lang na merong nangaasar sa iyo, 'di ba? And then critical, somebody who always sees people's tasks or abilities para bang you are comparing yourself. Lagi mo na lang kinikritik, lagi mo na lang pinupuna whatever other people are doing. So this is a disagreeable characteristic. As well as competitive. Although as we all know, competitiveness has a good side as well, okay? So being competitive means you are outbesting yourself. You are doing the best ability that you can. So as we all know, we have our three core values which includes doing our best, our excellent best, no, in order for us to perform better. So that is magis more, 'di ba? So meaning to say, if you are competitive, so on the bright side, it can be something that will be boosting, we will be boosting your ability to perform better. Okay. While on the other hand, the negative impact of being competitive is that you always outbest others, wherein you tend to argue, you tend to compare how he does and how you do. Okay, so there is always a kind of competition between the two of you, wherein you tend to say or see whatever is missing or lacking in the performance of others. Para bang you are always the best. Okay, now let's see the next one. So let us see some examples of agreeableness. So people who are high in agreeableness are likable people who get along with others, which is true, 'di ba? If somebody likes you, 'di ba? Because you are likable and people agree on whatever you say, hindi ka iiwasan. People will be dealing with you every day of your lives, most especially, for example, in the classroom. If you are agreeable, your classmates will always rely on you on things that they know that you can do. Okay? So, not surprisingly, agreeable people help others at work consistently, and this helping behavior is not dependent on being a good mood. Meaning to say, regardless of what you are feeling, you are problematic, you have a little problem today, it doesn't affect. Okay, it doesn't affect whatever kind of attitude that you should be showing to people. Okay, and they are also less likely to retaliate when other people treat them unfairly. What does it mean? Walang when we talk about retaliation, para bang hindi ka gumagante. When someone treats you not that well, hindi ka gaganti. You are not going to do the things that they are doing on you because you know that this is that the right thing to do. Okay? And then let's see another one. So neuroticism, another trait that we can see as a model of personality, as I mentioned, a basis, no, of your personality is neuroticism. So when we talk about neuroticism, so this concerns the mental abilities, no, yung isip, no, the brains, no. So neuroticism describes the overall emotional stability of an individual through how they perceive the world. So, most of the time, no, when we associate neuro, no, para bang may konting liability tong tao na to, para bang may pagka kulang, 'di ba? Sometimes marami siyang mga character traits na that he is failing, na medyo mahirap intindihin, okay? Mahirap pakisamahan, okay? So it takes into account how likely a person is to interpret events as threatening or difficult. It also includes one's propensity to experience negative emotions, meaning to say, we are prone on negativities. Ito yung mga nararamdaman natin. So let us see the 7 traits, no, para sabihin natin na that you have neuroticism. Number 1, negative emotions. You always feel negative of what you are doing. You do not believe in yourself. When we think about or say about negative emotions, yung pakiramdam mo lagi na lang hindi maganda, 'di ba? You feel something awful about a person. So you are not giving the benefit of the doubt that this person is good. 'Di ba? Negative emotion. Ano ba yung mga negative emotion? For example, you are feeling so in your personal personal feeling, no, ay kunwari masakit ang ulo, ano ba emotion, galit, yung mga ganyan, 'di ba? So those kinds of emotions that you are feeling, no, may lead to neuroticism. Another one, extreme worry or anxiety. So nowadays this is a very common term, no? May anxiety siya eh, 'di ba? So meaning to say there is something wrong with her or something wrong with that person. I remember there is this person that I have tawag dito, that I have met, no. So there is this occasion na meron kaming pinuntahang event, and then it so happened that one of our companion has his wife together with us. Okay, so it has been known that this wife has an anxiety. So she has been feeling episodes of anxiety, no, and under medication. And then one time, I just noticed, no, the way that she looks at us, dagger look talaga, yung matalim yung mata, 'di ba? So, I told my other companion, sabi ko sa kanya, ma'am, look at her, oh. She looks so angry looking at us. The way that she looks at us, parang galit siya. No, ganyan. Then sabi sa akin nung isang companion namin, sabi niya, no ma'am, they do not know how they are reacting to people because of their anxiety. O, di ba? So we cannot have a control on that. It manifests in us. Okay? So this is based on true experience, okay? And then we also have self-consciousness. Lagi ka na lang inferior. Lagi ka na lang nai-insecure. Lagi ka na lang conscious of what you are doing. Conscious in the sense that, what if I cannot do it? Conscious in the sense that if you are given a task, ay, ikaw na lang, di ko kaya. Diba? Mga ganon. So this is something that can see in you that you have neuroticism. Another one, anger and irritability. Your ability to control your anger. You are easily irritated. For example, you are in a gathering. Siyempre, in a gathering, there can be loud sounds. No? Sa the mere sounds pa lang, irritable ka na. I don't like these sounds, 'di ba? Lower the sound. Ganon, 'di ba? Simple things that lead you to be irritated already. And then galit ka na kagad, 'di ba? So mahirap 'yon. If you are a person like that, it can be something that people will drive away from you. No one will ever be with you because of that characteristic or trait, okay? Another one is that self-doubt and low self-esteem. Hindi ko kaya. You always doubt your ability. I cannot do that. You are better than me. Ikaw na lang. 'Di ba? So that is something that is manifesting your weakness. Okay? So if you are weak on some aspects, you should be able to overcome that. So if you are working already, if you are in the industry, you should be able to show people that you can do and outbest everyone. You are doing the best that you can, 'di ba? So, how can you prove that you are worth it at work if you are not going to have your self-esteem? Syempre, it will start with your self-confidence as well, 'di ba? Okay, and then let's see another one, substance abuse. Ayan. Some people are affected because they take substances that will be leading them to behave differently. O, di ba? Mahirap yon. Kasi, as we all know, maraming negative effects. Maraming mga side effects, no? Itong mga substances na to. You have learned this in NSTP, right? So, you must have known that taking such substances is a no-no. It can have a long-term effect, a long-term effect on your minds, okay? And then jealousy and feelings of envy. You are always jealous of everybody. Bakit siya mas magaling sa akin? Bakit mas malaking sweldo niya sa akin? Pareho lang naman kami ng trabaho. 'Di ba? So there are things that you see na parang lagi ka nalalamangan. And then inggit ka. 'Di ba nga there is this saying, pag inggit, pikit. In order for you not to be envy of others, don't look at them. Wag mo na, don't mind them. Just like no, in a workplace, halimbawa, if you are in a company and then sweldo, no, and then you compare your pay slips. So that is not proper. Why? Because we are being rated differently by our employer. My ability is different from you. My experience is different from you. I have undergone this kind of training and whatsoever. So this is my pay, and you have a different pay. So, you cannot just say, bakit po si ma'am ganito yung sweldo samantalang ako ganito. If you always compare yourself from others, lagi kang merong inggit. Lagi kang magngingit-ngit. Okay? So, you better stop feeling like that because we have our own capacities. Okay? Now, let's move. Now we go to neuroticism as well, example, no? So, neuroticism, the degree to which a person is anxious, irritable, aggressive, temperamental, and moody. Yan, pabago-bago ng isip, madaling magalit, different changes in moods and whatsoever, di ba? Irritable, Yan. And these people have a tendency to have emotional adjustment problems and express stress and depression on habitual basis. Stress ako eh. Yung mga ganyan, di ba? So nowadays, ang dami nating mga terms of feelings, emotions that we are feeling nowadays, undergoing. During our times, ano namang stress? Di ba? Sabihin mo lang, I am overworked. 'Di ba, pagod ako, pero walang stress. Nowadays, napaka-common, 'di ba? Naglakad ka lang ng konti, gumawa ka lang ng assignment, I'm stressed. O, 'di ba? Okay, people high in neuroticism experience a number of problems at work. Of course, if you have those characteristics, yung envy ka, yung irritable ka, eh sino ba naman ang magtsatsaga sa'yo sa trabaho, 'di ba? Not only at work, even here in school, you can feel that, 'di ba? Meaning to say that if you have that kinds of characters, 'di ba? Yung lagi kang naiinis, lagi kang naiinggit, you don't have your self esteem, o edi walang magtsatsaga sa'yo. Who will see that you are best if you are not going to feel that for yourself, okay? Next, another personality trait, openness to experience. So this refers to one's willingness to try new things as well as engage in imaginative and intellectual activities, and it includes ability to think outside of the box. So when we talk about openness, our readiness to accept what is new. Sabi nga natin, the only thing in this world that is constant is change. Everything changes. So abrupt. So fast. Bumili ka lang kanina ng iPhone, the latest iPhone. Bukas, there is another model again. Diba? So you should be able to adapt to the changes. So meaning to say, thinking about outside the box, you are able to come out of your comfort zone. You do not just enclose yourself kung ano yung alam mong meron ka. You should be able to accept the realities that everything happens and changes in time. Okay? And then let's move. So we have also here examples of openness. So we have here the degree to which a person is curious, original, intellectual, creative, and open to new ideas. So this is a positive trait, diba? Something that will be adding up to your knowledge kasi syempre you're open to learn. This is something that will help you to improve yourself because you're open to criticisms. So whatever people say about you, take it positively. Okay, not positively in the term in its meaning as positive, but something that will help you improve yourself. Always remember, if somebody criticizes you, or if somebody tells you such a thing, because they care for you, they wanted you to change, they wanted you to improve yourself because they care. Okay? And then people high in openness are highly motivated to learn new skills, and they do well in training settings. They also have an advantage when they enter into a new organization. Their open-mindedness leads them to seek a lot of information and feedback about how they are going and to build relationships, which leads to higher, quicker adjustment at work or in the new job. O, di ba? Totoo yun. Di ba? If you are open to new things, para bang ang dali mong turuan, 'di ba? Hindi ikaw yung sarado, meaning to say you do not accept whatever is being taught to you. Of course, there are a lot of people who will be knowing more than you know, or not more, new things, no? Aside from the things that you know, so that they wanted to share. Hindi po pwede na tinuturuan ka na, hindi, this is my style, I will do it on my own. O, diba? So that is not openness. Okay? So, thinking about outside the box means to say trying to accept others, no? Aside from those you have known already. Okay? And then we also have another, the fifth one, no? We have here a extraversion or extroversion. So this reflects the tendency and intensity to which someone seeks interaction with their environment. So as we all know, no, extrovert, introvert, no. When we talk about being extrovert, somebody that is active, somebody who is open, somebody who is interactive, 'di ba? When we talk about introvert, yung mga very shy, nasasaktan, nandiyan ka lang sa isang tabi, 'di ba? And then it encompasses the comfort and assertiveness levels of people in social situations. Additionally, it also reflects the sources from which someone draws energy. Okay, so let's see some instances kung paano ba nagkakaroon ng extraversion. So, the degree to which a person is outgoing, talkative, and sociable, and enjoys being in social situation. So this is a positive trait, no? Most especially for people going to work in the industry, hospitality industry, because as we all know, we are customer-oriented people. So we should be outgoing, we should be talkative, we should be able to deal with our clients, no? Hindi tayo pwedeng kimi, hindi pwedeng ikaw na lang nahihiya ako, 'di ba? Actually, when I was younger, yeah, I was younger. I am a very introverted person. Mahiyain din ako noon, no? I just overcame it, no? As time passes. Syempre, kailangan you have the ability to mingle with people, deal with people, associate with them. It will be stopping you to grow if you will just limit yourselves in one corner. So you should be able to really deal in social situations. Okay? Extroverts do well in social situations and as a result, they tend to be effective in job interviews. Bakit? Siyempre, when somebody asks you, if for example, the interviewer, now when you are working, or if you're going to apply for work, no, so the qualities that you should be indicating, no, that you possess, they would be more likely impressed if you are extraverted. Okay? And then, let's see, no? So they have an easier time than introverts when adjusting a new job. They actively seek information and feedback and build effective relationships, which helps adjustment. Okay? So, yung mga medyo shy dyan, no? I don't take it wrong from you, no? Kasi sabi ka nga natin, as per personality, this is has been what has been brought to you by your parents, di ba? But then, try to overcome it. Try to improve yourself. Try to develop. Guys, you are in the hospitality industry and we are expected to be always out. 'Di ba? Yung kumbaga labas yung ating ugali. No, we should be showing people our passion, our ability, our skills, 'di ba? So, yan yung isang quality that should be no developed from every HM and TM student. Okay? Now let's see. So we have here a knowledge, skills, values inventory. So this will be your assignment, no? So actually, this will be an assignment for you until our last, siguro mga first meeting during the final. So you are going to critique yourself. You're going to analyze yourself. So this is called the knowledge, skills, values inventory. So this is a critical for students who are still in school to start assessing their competencies and personality to determine their readiness for the whole world. Meaning to say, no, or the world of work. So meaning to say, you have to see yourself, ano ba yung abilities ko? What knowledge do I have already? Check, check, check. The skills I have as well, check, check, check. And the values that I practice, no, while in school. And what should be developed from me when I am going to achieve my goal already. So that is working, no? So the following table enumerates all the possible general areas that may be considered in developing a diagnostic tool. So let us see ano nga ba itong table na ito, okay? So, this is an example of knowledge, skills, values inventory that you may possess. Okay? So, let us see, no? Let us tackle one by one. Based from knowledge, these are examples of the things that you are learning or you have learned, no? Already, maybe already from school. Number one, we have tourism industry. So, you have already a knowledge about this. Alam naman natin that we are in one umbrella, tourism and hospitality. We are engaged in dealing with hotels, facilities, restaurants, whatsoever, diba? Hospitality sector, so we have an idea already about that. We are engaged in customer service, diba? Then brand and organization, so you'll be learning this when you are going to have your entrepreneurship subject. So you are going to organize your own team, putting up your own business, no, eventually. Company policies and standards. So you have learned this in LAT, 'di ba? So, for example, in your legal aspects, I think you are taking it now, no? So, yeah, matututunan nyo yan. Product knowledge, so we all know already that you have engaged yourself in your subject before, wherein you were able to cook, prepare food, so that's the product, diba? So, you have an idea, the ingredients, how many quantity should be put in this kind of recipe or whatsoever. Consumer behavior, so eventually you'll be learning that, how to react with your customers, or how will they behave, how will they interact with you in the industry. Geography, definitely. PCT, you have learned a lot of things about that already, all the regions in the country, the delicacies and whatsoever. Current events, so are you aware of what's happening in our times now? Yung mga nasa newspaper before, wala nang newspaper nowadays, di ba? O whatever is being fed to us by Google, or what's happening nowadays, no? Not only here locally, but abroad as well. Financial literacy, so syempre naman, pera yan. So you must have known how to budget, 'di ba? But then eventually you will be knowing that and learning that as well in entrepreneurship. And then workplace safety and security. So you have learned this in risk management, no? You also have your NSTP wherein you were able to tackle, no, instances of security, no? Not only at work, in the workplace, in school, in the community or whatsoever. And based on skills, these are examples of how and what you should have been knowing. Communication skills, check na kayo dyan. You know how to communicate, maybe in English, Filipino, or other languages that you know. You have your French language, right? So you definitely, if ever that you have guests who are French, you can communicate with them. So check tayo. Customer service, so that's a skill. How are you going to welcome the guest? In your FFS, no? Fundamentals for food service, no? Of food service rather, you're going to know how to properly wait for the guest, magwe-waiter service kayo, how to welcome them to the restaurant, say goodbye, mga ganyan. So that's a check. Human relations. So do you know how to interact with other people? So in your classroom, definitely you know how to engage with your classmates, yung mga people na hindi ganun ka-pleasing ang ugali, but you were able to deal with them. So check tayo. Time management. Do you know how to do that? Yung ang klase nyo alas 7, babangon ka 6:30, tapos ang bahay mo sa ano pa, sa Giginto, ay 'di ba? So you should know how to manage your time. So that's a skill. Leadership, so there are a lot of you here in the class who have the ability to lead your classmates. So this is an opportunity for you to shine. So yan, skills, check. Research skills, so you have your subjects in research, you have been dealing with research study, so maalam tayo dyan. Check. Foreign languages, so you have I have mentioned kanina, French language, and eventually when you are preparing for your job or your job hopping, no? Or no, job hopping, job hunting, no? Pag mag-a-apply kayo trabaho. While you are not that busy yet, you should enroll in different language courses, Mandarin, Spanish, um, whatever, Korean, Arabic, whatsoever language, no, so that whatever kind of guests you may be encountering, you can able to speak and communicate with them. Decision making, so is this a skill that you possess? Pag mayroong mga pangyayari, when there is a sudden happening, can you decide on yourself? O baka mamaya, hello, I'm calling a friend, help me. Hindi pwede. It's not always accepted that you seek help from anybody, no? In order for you to solve a problem or make a decision out of something, okay? And then planning, do you have the skill for that? Syempre, when we plan, kailangan strategic yan, no? Step by step. So, yan, that's a skill. Okay, and then another one is stress management. Do you know how to manage stress? 'Di ba? 'Di ba most of the people, no? This is a skill. This is a very important skill that you should possess. Yung iba, kapag punong-puno na pagod na, they lead to doing, no? Something unusual. which is the improper way to do. Okay? When we know how to manage our stress, it will be helping us to come out no in ourselves the best thing that we should be doing. Kasi kapag sabihin mo ay burnt out ako, stressed ako, ang dami mong problema sa buhay. I will not be going to school because I'm stressed. So what will happen? All your grades will be affected. Absent ka sa ganito, hindi ba? And then, for attitudes and values, you have integrity. Integrity, hindi mapabayaran. Hindi mo sisirain yung magandang name mo at your work in place of something. For example, here at in school, sige na, gawin mo na yung assignment ko, libre kita every week. Di ba? Mga ganon. Ikaw na bahala sa mga assignment ko sa subject, ha? Ikaw na gagawa nito. Basta I will be giving you, I'll be providing you, no, merienda every day. O, di ba? Is that a person with integrity? Di ba? So, in the profession, may mga ganon din. So, pwede tayong masuhulan, di ba? Na which is very improper kasi syempre wala nang equality at work pag meron ng suhulan na nangyayari. Teamwork and collaboration, so this is an attitude that you should be able to possess. So dapat check yan. Teamwork, may project, may activity, may leader. But then, when the leader says, oh, ikaw ang assigned dito, o ikaw mag-contribute ka ng ganito, o ikaw i-search mo to, so you should be able to do whatever is expected from you. Meaning to say, you are willing to collaborate. Hindi po pwede, bahala na siya, magaling naman siyang leader, siya na lang. No, that cannot be. Professionalism and courtesy, so eventually you are having that as your subject. Pero in courtesy, it is within us already. Being courteous to people, 'di ba? When we say we are courteous, yung mga proper way to address people, ma'am, sir, thank you. Yung mga terms that we should be saying, di ba? That is being courteous. Pagbate ng good morning or whatsoever. Creativity and innovation, do you possess that? O, di ba? So, halimbawa, pinag-isip kayo ng you are in a team building activity, no? And then, the team the team I mean the activity master ask you to okay, you're going to be grouped with 5 members and then you come up with a chant. O di hindi po pwedeng walang magko-contribute. You should be creative enough to come up with a chant. Okay? Tact and sensitivity. Meaning to say, you are being truthful to what you are saying. Di ba meron salitang tactless? Yung pagiging tactless, walang pakundangan sa pagsasalita, 'di ba? Dire-diretso. So if you have tact, you have the control. And sensitivity, sensitive to the feelings of others, meaning to say you are able to size up what will they feel. Parang empathy, no? What will they feel if you do such a thing, okay? And then foresight and proactiveness. So when we talk about foresight, the ability to see what will happen in the future or what you wanted to be in the future. So, kailangan active ka, kailangan you are doing, di ba kanina, we have discussed extroversion. So, this is something that will help you, no, see yourself being active in the industry or at your work. And then, resourcefulness. Are you resourceful? When, alimbawa, nasa classroom, then sabi ni professor, okay guys, please prepare this materials to come up with this kind of activity. Hindi po pwedeng, ma'am, punta lang muna ako sa labas, bibili ako ng material. No. So, from what you have in your bag, you should be resourceful enough to come up with those kind of materials. And then, grit and determination, firm. Diba? So, you should be determined on what you stand for. You should be grit in whatever you are thinking. Dapat firm ka. Kailangan you will be able to stand on what you say and what you believe. Although sometimes, di ba, what you are saying and what you are believing might be not that true, di ba? But then, it is an advantage for you if you can stand on your own disposition, okay? And then, cleanliness and neatness. So, this is expected from every hospitality personnel. Kailangan meron kayo niyan. O, di ba? So, when we talk about cleanliness and neatness, it comes out with your personality, how you bring out yourselves, how you dress up, how you put your accessories, o yung mga guys dyan na may mga balbas dyan. If you are in the industry already, tanggal yan, no? So being neat means to say you are when we look at you from top to bottom, kailangan neat ka talaga, malinis. Walang no trace of any for example, yun nga yung mga mustache, 'di ba? Yung mga ganyan. Meron kang earring diyan sa ilong. So it's not being neat, 'di ba? So you should be avoiding that. Okay? And then drive and assertiveness. So when we talk about drive, yung may sarili kang kusa, that you are pushing yourself to whatever you can do. Nobody will be able to um, tawag dito, to dictate you on what you do, but then you yourself already have that, 'di ba? Meron kang sarili mong uh, drive to do such things. Okay? And then let's move, meron pa example dito ng knowledge, skills, values, inventory. So it can be sa knowledge, disaster management. So yan, check. You have discussed that in NSTP, good housekeeping and sanitation in your future subject, which is fundamentals in lodging operations. So mag housekeep na kayo, magpe-prepare na kayo ng room, 'di ba? You'll be able to know how is it to prepare a room for a guest. Ayan. Tourism laws and ordinances, so some laws that we implement in the hospitality, for example, in restaurants, it is a law that you should not be providing or serving alcoholic drinks to people with the age 18 and below. O, diba? 18 and above pala pwede, pero yung below 18 yon hindi pwede. So, that's a law. So, meron kayo niyan sa lahat. Records management, so you'll be able to know how, the ability, no, to document, to file. Ayan ang problema pala. Pagdating sa records management, office work ito. This pertains to office works. Kailangan you know how to file, for example, documents alphabetically, 'di ba? Yung simple na I have mentioned before, yung pagpapuncher ng ng mga folder, papers and all, 'di ba? Community and local, so you have the knowledge about what happens in your community. Okay? Based on skills, another skill that you should know is diversity management. So when we talk about diversity, different people, different settings, different environments, so you should know how to deal and adapt with a multitude or multiple diversity. Okay? Conflict management. Naku, ito problema. Yung temper nyo ba, kaya nyong pigilan, 'di ba? For example, merong naglalakad kayo in the mall, tapos napatid ka ng isa, pagtayo mo, sinapak mo na kagad, 'di ba? Yung parang ganon, conflict, 'di ba? Or sometimes merong nag-aaway in the workplace, how are you going to intervene or be a middleman? Ikaw yung aawat, hindi yung ikaw makikisama pa, 'di ba? Critical analytical thinking. So this is a skill, no? When we talk about critical thinking, for example, there is a situation na nangyari. So how are you going to adapt to that? 'Di ba? So kailangan marunong tayo niyan. You should know how to analyze. For example, in a workplace, at your workstation, meron biglang pangyayaring ganito. So how are you going to deal with that? So you should know how to analyze things, no? And then salesmanship. So that would be discussed in your entrepreneurship. How are you going to make your business sell? How are you going to make your business work? 'Di ba? And then based on attitudes, resilience, and sacrifice. So when we talk about being resilient, being patient, matyaga, 'di ba? Ganyan naman ang mga Filipinos. We are known to be resilient people. Okay? We know how to be patient. Tayo, makikibaka, 'di ba? So sacrifice as well. So anong meron, ito muna. Pagtiyagaan muna natin to for what we have. Tsaka na lang tayo tawag dito, mag-yearn for more if we are in the ability already. Grooming and hygiene, so another one, parang cleanliness and neatness yan, no? So for example, for girls, are you aware, no, that when you are wearing black stockings, bawal yung white shoes. O, diba? Very improper yan. Yan. So, you should know how to properly use accessories, diba? That would match your outfit. Hygiene, syempre, morning pa lang, alam na natin yan. Pagising sa umaga, you take a shower, you brush your teeth, don't Don't wait for people to say, hey, you have forgotten to brush your teeth this morning. O, di ba? So, kailangan alam natin yung mga hygiene practices that we should be practicing or doing, most especially we are in the hospitality. Mataas ang tingin, no? For people in the hospitality because you are going to be seeing a lot of people. Yun nga, no? Very stressful din kasi you'll be required to stand for 8 hours, most especially pagka sa restaurant ka or sa airlines ka, 'di ba? So you're required to that. Okay? Positive mental attitude. So this is an attitude that should be practiced by you or learned by you. Dapat meron ka niyan. Hindi ka po pwedeng negative thinker ka palagi. Hindi po pwede na lagi mo iniisip yung liabilities mo. But you should be settling on your capabilities, 'di ba? Your assets, the things that you have, that you should practice, that you should improve in order for you to be able to deal, no, and react in the real world. And then environmentalism, so this is an attitude, your care for your environment, your care for the natural resources, 'di ba? So yung mga trash that you can see along the way, you get it and throw in the proper trash cans. So yeah, my examples lang yan. So being an environmentalist will sustain, no, whatever we have, yung magandang kapaligiran, magandang places where people will be going to, mga turista and on. And then the last thing is focus. So this is an attitude that is very much needed for you, no? Focus ka lang in what you are doing, no? Meaning to say, whatever that you should be doing, yun lang talaga yung concern mo. Don't think about other things that will be tawag dito intervening, no? Kumbaga guguluhin ka pa, 'di ba? Instead that you are able to do your thing or to do your work properly. Kung ano-ano pa yung mga pumpasok sa isip mo, ang dami mga problems that are not important to be thought of, but then you are still thinking about it. So hindi ka nagiging productive. Okay? So this is something that you should possess. Okay, and then let's go to the next slide. So there is this activity, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, no? So pinakita ko sa inyo yung table, yung inventory. So examples yun, no? Kung paano mo dapat ma-improve yung sarili mo. So there is this activity or analysis that you should be doing. So kung meron tayong SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, meron din tayong personal SWOT analysis. So what is this? So this could be strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges. So this is knowing oneself and the personal circumstances well enough, which are going to prepare you to pursue an apprenticeship or practicum program. So meaning to say, for example, that you are going to undergo your OJT. So anong department ba dapat yung pupuntahan mo? Let's say you are going to be applying for sa restaurant phase. Di ano na yan, OJT, practicum 2 ka na. Diba? Practicum 1 is in-house practicum sa Hotel Elida. So, practicum 2 would be in the restaurant. So, typically, what department in the restaurant are you going to be applying for? Saan ka ba pupunta? Diba? So, let's see. So, each student is encouraged to develop a personal SWOT analysis, a tool to identify and process his or her strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges. So, this is a good activity that will enable a student to reflect on attributes to uphold, no, improve, harness, take advantage of, and mitigate. So, yung mga positive, i-improve natin o i-maintain mo sa sarili mo, no, o i-develop. Pero, kapag ka negative to, you have to mitigate or eventually, alisin mo sa sarili mo. Okay? So, paano natin ko-kontrolin? Okay? So, let's see. So, what are you going to do? So, you're going to fill up this kind of form. Ayan. So, this is a personal SWOT analysis. You're going to add in, no? You're going to add in your name. So, you have your name here. And then, you have your tawag dito, course and year level, and then target entry level position. So in our example here, so Basil is going to undergo an OJT as a barista. Okay? So, he enumerated his strengths, yung course of action na dapat niyang gawin sa strength niya, at yung timeline. Kailan niya gustong ma-develop yung sarili niya in this kind of strength. Okay? O ma-achieve niya, no? So, example natin dito. So, let's see. So, we have here, okay, maturity because he is the eldest child. He believes he is matured enough. Okay? So, most panganay of first child, no, has the responsibility over his or her succeeding siblings, yung mga mas bata, 'di ba? So matured. So strength niya yung kalakasan niya yon. So ang course of action niya, being matured enough, is to take up more leadership roles. So meaning to say, when at work already, ito yung gusto niya mangyari. He can lead the workplace. He can lead the department. So kailan niya gusto ma-achieve yan? Halimbawa, ang training niya would be from May to November. So by June, kasi syempre when you started already ng May, hindi ka pa naman makakapag suggest o makakapag-apply as a leader. So, mga June, achieve mo yan. Hanggang kailan? So, hanggang sa bago matapos yung term ng OJT mo, which is October. So, that is June to October. Another strength is pleasing personality. So, add-on na yan, no? Most HM and TM students, talaga naman pleasing ang personality. Okay? So, ano yung course of action na gagawin mo because you are pleasing already, no? So, build a circle of friends. Kasi nga personable ka, 'di ba? So, kailangan marami kang mga kakilala in order for you to be able to show to people, no, your pleasing side, yung personality mo, okay? So, that would be from the start, which is May, until the end. That would be November. Isang sem yun, okay? Then, passionate with coffee drinks. So, this is an advantage if you're going to apply being a barista. So, kung meron ka ng alam about how to concoct, how to make coffee, how to put up this kind of presentation, so, advantage mo yon. So, anong action ang para mong gagawin in order for you to develop this strength? To practice diverse coffee recipes. So, it's up to you. Siguro, pwedeng mag-practice ka, 'di ba? You develop yourself, manood ka sa mga sa bar mismo, 'di ba? So how are you going to do that? When are you going to do that? So that would be from July to October. And then dahil nga meron tayong weaknesses, so for example, ng weakness naman ni Basil is poor wardrobe clothes. So syempre when you are in the OJT already, especially kayo, no, ang OJT. Pero may mga uniform naman, 'di ba? Pero what if you are required to wear, let's say, business attire, 'di ba? So, poor ang wardrobe clothes daw niya. So, kulang. And then, he doesn't know. Meron man siyang damit, he doesn't know how to mix and match, 'di ba? So, what is his action? Consult a wardrobe expert friend. So, meaning to say, he will find someone who can help him to, anong bagay sa blue top, tapos anong pants, ano yung shoes dapat, yan. So, you should be asking favor from your friends to help you, 'di ba? So, kung meron din siya mapapahiram, why not? So, that would be from September to October. And then, another weakness of Basil is grammar lapses. So, hindi siya ganon kagaling mag-English, 'di ba? Hindi siya ganon kagaling mag-compose ng mga narratives. So, what is he going to do? Watch self-learning tutorial videos. So, tutorial videos are now very common, no? Most especially in YouTube, no? So, you can watch this kind of tutorials wherein it will be guiding you how to do it properly, 'di ba? So, for example, search ka lang, tutorial video for um, proper way on how to construct a sentence. Iba ganon, 'di ba? So in that way, you're going to improve yourself in terms of grammar, okay? And then ang timeline niya June to August. O syempre, matututo naman siya noon. So he can make use of what he has learned, no? Matututo and then ma-enhance niya whatever he has learned from that. Okay? And then, tingnan natin ano naman yung kanyang mga, meron pa pala dito, no? These are some of his weaknesses. Lacks initiative. So, wala raw siyang kusa. Minsan, tamad-tamad lang konti. So, what should he be doing? So, practice volunteering more often. So, para ma-overcome niya yung kanyang pagiging lack of initiative, di ba? So, he'll be practicing volunteering for example, activities sa school para masanay siya, 'di ba? So that would be from July to August. And then, unkept hair is another weakness. Para bang hirap, hindi niya alam. Siyempre, when you are in the industry, sabi nga natin, from top to bottom, kailangan maayos tayo. So, yung buhok niya, hindi niya alam kung paano niya iaayos. Siguro, magulo palagi, makapal kasi. So, how is he going to do that? Consult a good hairstylist. So, kung sino man yung hairstylist na to, maybe advising him to cut, kailangan clean cut ka, 2x3 or whatsoever. So that would be August to September. Okay? For opportunity, so these are the things that he can see, no? Para tawag ito, ma-avail niya, no, yung kanyang OJT, being a barista, okay? Number one is new restaurants opening up. So this is an opportunity. So there would be a lot of restaurants in the town that can be able to accept him. Oh no, that may be able to accept him for the OJT. So that's good. Ano yung action na gagawin? Check out job or practicum opening. So although there would be a lot of restaurants opening up, there might be restaurants that will not be accepting practicum openings. O, diba? So, kailangan maghanap ka na talaga. So, timeline, that would be July to September. Pero, tingin ko dito, no, it should be before. Kasi kung ang libawa, ang SEM will be starting ng May, kailangan, March pa lang, naghahanap ka na. 'Di ba? Para naman kahit papaano, you can achieve, no, whatever application that you wanted to do. 'Di ba? Abundant YouTube video. So, that's an opportunity. 'Di ba? So, meaning to say, it is provided in you na. So, it's up to you na lang kung paano mo siya i-avail. May internet ka naman sa bahay, meron ka namang data sa phone mo. So, you can browse videos through the internet, no, or particularly in YouTube, in order for you to see whatever can be beneficial for what you are applying for. So this is the course of action: research on coffee and makeovers. So this will be an advantage for you, so that when you are at work already, no, at nasa practicum ka na, it won't make you hard, no, to do whatever is to be prepared, which is coffee, kasi marami ka nang alam, nakapag-search ka. So that would be ongoing from May to September. So syempre, continuous yan, hindi porket may alam ka ng 10 recipes ng coffee, stop ka na doon. So you should learn more, okay? Although in the restaurant or in the coffee shop that you're going to apply for, may mga trainings naman. But syempre, it is an add-on for you if you have known it already by searching through the internet. And then, auntie in the salon business, that is your opportunity, no? Yung auntie mo, nando sa isang salon wherein she can help you, no? Sa pag-groom sa sarili mo, pagpapagupit, or whatsoever. So, anong course of action? Consult on grooming tips. So, ano yung pwede? Shall I use concealer? Mga ganon, di ba? Even though guy siya, nowadays, it is accepted, no? Na kahit mga lalaki, naka-foundation, di ba? Naka-powder and all. Kasi nga, mga vain na tayo ngayon. This is our industry. Kailangan presentable tayong lahat. And you should be able to take good care, no? Of your skin, of your hair, or whatsoever, no? Kasi advantage nyo yan. Okay? And then, that would be from August to September. Okay, another one is new NGO for coffee farmers. So, meaning to say, there are a lot, no? There are a lot of organizations who will be sponsoring farmers para magtanim ng kape. Ayan. So, syempre, kung dahil nga, hands-on ka na, no? Gusto mo nang matuto about coffee and how it is being prepared. So, kahit yung pagtatanim nito, you should be learning. So, magvo-volunteer siya if he has the time. So, that would be from May to June. So, this will be enabling him, giving him the capacity to know what's it with coffee. O, diba? And then, challenges, ito na. So, these are the things that you will be facing and may encounter along the way, no? So, one challenge is scarcity of practicum slots. So, there might be a lot of restaurants coming up, but, sabi ko nga kanina, walang masyado na tumatanggap ng OJT. Why? Because some restaurants don't want to, no, to give training kasi nga, pampadagdag pa yan ng bibigyan mo ng let's say, ng free meals, 'di ba? Or sometimes, they wanted people na magtatagal sa company nila. Okay? And then, course of action na gagawin niya, dahil nga kukonti ang practicum slots, he would lodge application early enough. O, diba? Mas maaga. If you're going to have your OJT, sabi ko nga, kung July yon, dapat mga May pa lang or April, nag-a-apply na kayo. So, ang timeline ni Basil, June to July. And then, during the pandemic, ginawa yung ano niya, yung OJT niya. So, that is a challenge as well. COVID pandemic, di ba? Although tapos na siya, in our times now, po pwede gawin natin yan na monkeypox, di ba? The tawag dito, eventually kasi there might be no cases no in our place. So ito isa magiging challenge natin. What if it happens? So ang course of action niya is to get vaccinated. So although wala pa naman tayong vaccination from monkeypox, so what we can do is to practice hygiene, 'di ba, mga ganyan. Follow the protocols, wearing face mask, using alcohol, 'di ba, mga ganyan. So it depends. And then ang timeline niya, syempre July to September. June to August, sorry. And then meron siyang another challenge, the traffic congestion. Lagi naman traffic, 'di ba? Kahit naman saang lugar. Even in Bukawi, 'di ba? Ako nga taga Turo eh. Most of the time lagi rin ako nata-traffic, 'di ba? So, yon. So, that is a challenge kasi how can he be at work early kung lagi siyang mata-traffic? So, anong gagawin niya? 'Di ba? Seek the quickest route. So, for example, kung saan ka manggagaling, kung may mga shortcut, 'di ba? If you have a motorcycle, you can use a motorcycle. Pero syempre, kailangan careful ka. Yan. Yan yung mga consequences, no, na dapat mong gagawin in order for you to be able to be safe, no, when working. And then, ang timeline na binigay niya sa sarili niya is from July to September. Okay, and then the last challenge, internet connectivity. Kasi nga, siguro, wala naman siyang wifi, naka-data lang siya, 'di ba? Most students use that, no? So, ang problema niya, yon, no? Paano siya makakapag-browse, paano siya makakapag-research kung wala siyang internet, o, 'di ba? So, ang course of action niya is to with a save up for data load, o, 'di ba? Malaking investment. Ang data natin, although sabi ng pagka naglo-load ka, good for 7 days. But then, when you are using it every day, yung 7 days mo, minsan 3 days lang, consumed na. O, diba? So, it really will be requiring you to have more allowance for that. O, diba? So, kailan niya yan gustong gawin? So, from July to December. Okay, guys. Hindi lahat ng SWOC, no, na meron si Basil, ganun din kayo. You should be thinking of your own strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges. So, halimbawa, you are going to apply for an OJT, let's say, sa restaurant. Siguro, most of you will be thinking of applying sa malapit lang. Kunwari, sa Tambubong, within Bukawi area, within Bulacan area, Malolos, whatsoever. So, try to see kung ano yung magiging strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and challenges that you are going to have or face when you are going to have this OJT already. So, meron ka na dapat in your mind na ito yung lugar na po pwede kong puntahan. Ito yung lugar na po pwede kong i-attend. So, kailangan yung mga SWOC that are possible for you to encounter, yun yung i-reflect nyo. In every category, you should have 4. So, 4 na strengths, 4 na weaknesses, 4 na challenges, 4 na opportunities. Okay? Hindi pwedeng less, pwedeng more, no? But then you can have 4. Okay? And then, that would be it, no? So, that would be your assignment, no? Assignment nyo na kagad yan for today's meeting. Okay? So, sabi nga nila, this is very important that employees hired in tourism does not necessarily have degrees or certificates in tourism or hospitality management, as the industry also needs engineers, accountants, architects, lawyers, doctors, nurses, security officers, etc. In many cases, proof of competency and a suitable personality are strongly preferred by employers over college degrees. Meaning to say, continued education, diba? more trainings, more seminars, if you can enroll in another course or whatsoever that will be, for example, yung mga short courses in bartending, housekeeping, food and bev, in order to equip you, no? In order to improve whatever skills that you have. Sabi ko nga, I have mentioned earlier that it doesn't rely on your 4-year course degree alone. So your personality and your professional development is very important. Okay? So let's go to the next. So this would be your wait lang, okay? So this is another important thing that you should always remember. Anyone who desires to embark on a career in tourism and hospitality must be prepared to face inherent challenges brought about by the diversity of the workforce as well as the market segments served by the various tourism establishments or agencies. So, ang daming demands, ang daming mga requirements, ang daming mga changes, no? So, kailangan kaya nating mag-adapt to it. Okay? So, there is a video that I want you to see. Di ko alam, parang meron din kayo activity that you have to do with this, no? So, you have to watch this very carefully in order for you to be able to do your activity later. Okay? So, this is a video that I would like you to watch. So, let's all watch this.
Each one of us wants to be perfect in every field and choice of our life. But the fact remains that not everyone can be perfect in all the aspects of life. Personality development is not something that can be achieved in a day or a week. It's an ongoing process that you need to achieve to keep up your personal growth and prosperity. You need to work on your mental abilities first, developing high spirit, IQ of mind, and being emotionally strong. In this video, we are sharing 20 tips on how to improve your personality. Number 1. Be a decision maker. Personal improvement requires many strong choices. You have to make decisions without hesitation, even if you lacked all of the information you need to be certain of the decision. Number 2. Speak carefully. Hold back and count to 10 silently before you speak in anger. Take a deep breath and consider of a serene place. Stay calm and talk only what is necessary. Number 3. Intelligent control himself. Facial expression is one of the signs that describe your feelings most easily recognizable. Strive expression neutral, mimic your face even when you are angry or stressed middle, and do not let a frown, for frown slowly will make you look older. Number 4. Good manners. Pick up and educate yourself on good manners and the right etiquette. Acceptable behaviors are essential soft skills that you need to acquire in the social and business setting. Number 5. Body language. The right body language is another soft skill that you must educate yourself. The right positive body language can effectively make you appear more approachable, confident, and professional. Number 6. Learn from mistakes. Learn from your mistakes and recognize it when you can't manage a situation. Be practical and smart about everything you face in life. Number 7. Help others. Always help other people any way possible and try to bring smiles to people's face, especially when they find them so down and low about themselves. Help them rise up on their feet. Number 8. Hairstyle. The right hairstyle to suit your face and lifestyle is just as important to give you that polished and positive professional look. Avoid the greasy and messy hairstyle. Number 9. Update yourself. Do your best to make every day a bit better than before. Strive to observe each day as a means to get better. Search for customs to grow ahead of the person you were in the past. Number 10. Set a goals. Always set goals for yourself, meaningful and achievable goals. Setting meaningful and achievable goals for your life is important for improvement and development. Number 11. Have a sense of humor. How much weight your day, try to not shake the feeling of humor. Laughter is good for the soul and helps make people around you feel better, and you have addressed a good personality. Number 12. Overcome your fears. All of us have fears. Fear of uncertainty, fear of public speaking, fear of risk. All our fears keep us in the same position and prevent us from growing. Number 13. Improve inner self. You must look inside instead of focusing on your outer appearance. It has no difference if you look good wearing the expensive clothes. Your personality will prevail in your life, so instead of making superficial changes, put extra effort to improve your inner self. Number 14. Dress well. Do dress well to project your personality and professionalism. You should invest in better quality clothes that you can afford which look and feel better. Number 15. Have a fixed exercise routine. Never compromise on exercise. A fit and healthy physical body is the first step towards your personal growth. Number 16. Learn the progress. Recognize your boundaries before engaging in your own progress. If you admit that you are simply a small part of this world, you'll start to be aware how much you still have to learn. Number 17. Feel the feelings of people. Think about how you want to take someone else before you spit out angry feelings to others. There is no one around you who want to be the object of your frown. Number 18. Make yourself better. Find out what kind of things are getting in the way of you being triumphant. It's tough to do for a lot of people. However, when you are capable to see the areas in which you need to develop, you will also be able to get better. Number 19. Look good. Always look well groomed, as this is the first thing that people will notice. For men, you should avoid the unshaven look, and for the ladies, appropriate makeup to enhance your look will make a world of difference. And number 20. Wake up early. Early to bed and early to rise is recommended for good reasons. Rising up early in the morning helps to improve your productivity and your quality of life. Personality development requires the right thinking, how you perceive yourself. When you make a decision to grow as a person, one of the tips for personality development is to think of yourself as you wish you were. Better start working on that now. Believe you have those traits even before you get evidence. Sooner or later, you'll begin to see yourself acting as you think you are. To become who you want to be, you need to be strong, determined, and disciplined. If you found this video helpful, then like, share, and subscribe our channel to get future videos.
Okay, no, ayan. So, based from those, tawag dito, qualities, no, you are going to have an activity. Ayan. So, ito muna, no, yung activity that you are going to do dapat today, no, would be gathering pictures of yourself from early childhood up to the present and be able to discuss the developments that you have seen in yourself up to the present time. So, syempre, when we were younger, iba yung mga ugali natin, 'di ba? Iba yung itsura, no? So, maybe you have developed, tumangos yung ilong mo ngayon, nung araw medyo flat-nosed ka or whatsoever. So, try to write down, no? Kung ano yung mga nakita nyo na nag-develop, nag-improve, no? Maybe physically, maybe academically or whatsoever, no? Or skills based on knowledge or whatsoever that you may see, no? Na nag-develop sa'yo. Okay? And then, you have your RJ. So, wala pa tayong Schoology as of the moment. So, just compile everything. So, if you have the time to submit a hard copy, okay lang din. If you wanted it to be handwritten, it's okay with me. If you want it printed, it's okay as well with me. But when you have your Schoology already, you have to upload it as well. Okay? Ayan. Malinaw yan, ha? You have to upload those activities as well. Okay, for your quiz, so dahil nga wala pa tayong Schoology, you will not be having a quiz for the moment. Okay? So, refer nyo na lang once in a while if you are going to see, no? Check once in a while if we have our accounts already, and then when it's available, I'll be uploading as well the quiz. Don't worry, it will be uploaded, no, in such a time na kaya nyo siyang i-attend pa. Kasi I know that it has been late already for our Schoology. It should have been posted already. It has been 3 weeks. So, kaya I will be setting the schedule na lang for the quiz, no? Na medyo mahaba-haba. Okay? And then, let's move. Now, we go to your assignment. Ayan, magsuswak kayo, no? So, based on the chart on SWOC, fill it up according to how you see yourself. So, every week, you should be able to update on whatever improvements or developments you have incurred or make happen for yourself. So, if you started to have let's say, 4 categories of strengths and weaknesses, and if you have discovered, no, that there is something else that you have, for example, made an asset for you or a strength, So, idagdag nyo yon. Okay? So, para dapat every week na-update ito. Okay? Until the time na tapos na yung ating tawag dito, ang ating discussion. Okay? So, that would be it for today. Ayan. So, I don't have any liability on you, no, when it comes to lesson 2. So, we have discussed this and I hope that you were able to learn from it today. And then, hoping to have, to see you, no, again, next week already. And then, so that we will be able to have our topic discussed face to face. Okay? So if you have any questions, you can directly message me or PM me. No, um, when we have our if you have the time, no, I mean, and then should there be concerns, should there be questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Or sometimes if you can have your questions or queries through your class representative, it's okay. Okay? So, thank you so much. And this has been Miss Karen. And thank you for being in the class today. And see you next week. So, bye bye, everyone. And God bless us all. Thank you.